Hi there, Joanne here. Just wanted to share with you a little tour of my little scrapbook space. As to where it is in the house, you can see on the left there is our fridge and microwave. So our kitchen is just over there, and where I'm standing at the moment is our little dining area. We don't have a very big house, so I'm lucky that I managed to squeeze this in. For Mother's Day last year, all I wanted was a space to scrapbook. All I had at that time was one of these cupboards here and one that was twice the height, which is now over here beside me. My husband works at a hardware store, so we managed to score this pretty cool desk kitchen bench. It was a lot bigger than this, and we cut it down to fit the space we had at the time. Since then I've gone on to add those drawers over there, and also another one of these cabinets. In planning, what I wanted to do was have them all butt up against each other so it looks like an island, but this one on the right here needs to be fixed. The back's popped off, and over here I couldn't have it right up against the other one because of where it goes from lino to carpet from the kitchen to the dining area. So we'll start over here on my desk. I have my Cameo, which doesn't get used as often as it probably should. Pens and pencils and things in this cup, and paper towels I like to keep handy. Now this stick with all of the glitter tape and the baker's twine on it, I made myself. All it is has a square base to keep it stable with a piece of dowel, I think that's what you call it, rod, and it all just slips on there, and it's easy to get what I want when I need it. On top, first of all, these plastic containers that go, all of those ones, are Systema. These containers here I picked up from, well, the two, this one and that one, from one of our supermarkets here. They're Systema brand, and the one on the left I picked up from the warehouse recently. The other two were about a year ago. Inside of all of them I'll go through shortly. But on the top I have all of my inks. Just get it to focus. There we go. All of my ink pads and blocks and stuff like that. And my gold embossing powder, because it gets used more than the rest. And pencil sharpener. My favourite date stamp, which is a Becky Higgins Project Life one. I think it has a really awesome font. My Instax camera, which is another thing that doesn't get used all that often. Extra batteries, glossy accents, my daughter's glue stick, a little container full of tape runners that are just no good or have broken. This container of pebbles I used to prop up if I'm photographing layouts or cards and I want them standing up, and just a little bowl full of junk there. So in this container I have all of my date stamps. I have quite a few in there and they fit quite nicely. This container is washi tape. Yes, that is my entire collection of washi tape, believe it or not. Little embellishmenty pieces in here, like some, sorry I'm not just doing things one-handed, stars and rhinestones and the like. And the bottom container is just all bling, which isn't used all that often. And the gap here between the two cabinets is where I keep all my current opened adhesive, so red line tape, double-sided tape, pop dots, and also a bag and that I can put my titles on to make sure they're in the right spot before I stick them down completely. Okay, focus. There we go. So I've got extra blades here and also cards for spreading mediums and things over masks. Little mini sewing kit. My flare badges, canvas butterflies and vellum die cuts. Mostly brads and pretty little stick pins. Now these ones all wood veneers, so that one is birds, stars, arrows. That one is Teresa Collins big pieces, and letters, more random, stars and banners, butterflies and potty people, and paper clips. The top two here are just sequins. Make sure it's in focus. There we go. Standard paper clips, bits of twine and ribbon, more ribbon, and little bits of die cuts and things that I have found around the place. Alrighty, and in this last container here, in the top is extra staples, tiny attacher staples, an eraser, and extra little pads for my ink, these things, whatever they're called. I've got random packs of die cuts, Daylizzy Daydreamer, some veneer 3x4 cards, and some of the 2x2 cards from We Are Memory Keepers, more die cuts, and more die cuts. Alright, so I just keep my tiny attacher and my big pebbles stamp here, right in front of my layout, so it's easy to get to. And this one is Heidi Swap die cuts. This one is just a container of random bits and pieces. Sorry, my camera doesn't automatically focus. Our studio die cuts that I've kept from packs that I sold or just individual pieces that I had. Some label stickers and more baker's twine. Alright, so I'll pop all these back. Okay, I apologise if it's a little bit jutty. My 4-year-old daughter keeps running in and asking me questions, so I have to keep stopping all the time. So over here, well, rubbish bin. Over here is my drawers. These are newly acquired. I have all my thickers and letter stickers in here. So my most used flat letter stickers, so they're L Studio mainly, and a couple of Kaisercraft ones, they're at the front. And then thickers sorted by colour. And then right at the very back, if you pull them forward, the drawer does come out a little bit more, but I've only got one hand, I don't want it to fall, is my mists, hiding right at the very back. Because my daughter has free reign, I didn't want her to pull these out. They would make a huge mess if she could get her hands on them. So I've just tried to hide them. In the second drawer is all my stamps and other random bits and pieces, a container full of buttons, a couple of stamps, well, larger stamps. All my little stamps are stored in here to flick through, and my bigger ones are off to the side. In the next drawer down is all of my punches, and the bottom drawer, which I won't show you, is just a big mess. Okay, pull up a seat. Oh, in between these cabinets here, I keep my, oh, that big blue album has extra page protectors in it. The pink mat is my stamping and piercing mat. There's a couple of photo frames. My big green craft mat that's usually on my desk, but I've taken it off. And also hiding in there is my paper trimmer. And right at the very back is Christmas wrapping paper. Okay, so in the cupboard in the middle here is a big mess as well. On the left hand side is all embellishments. I keep them in that pink container, which is very easy to pull out and thumb through. And on the right is all of my paper stored, well, the majority of my paper, the newer stuff, stored by collection in either Ziploc bags or the bags that the collection papers came in. The bottom shelf, that white bag, is white paper scraps, and the rest of it isn't really sorted. I've got extra Project Life mini kit cards, some weird basic grey tool that I bought years ago that I can't let myself give away, and a box of old memorabilia. And also in the back are spare albums and photos, heritage photos and the like, and lots of cords and stuff are also hidden in there. Now just around the corner on the end here, this one's a bit of a mess as well. On the left is, oh, what is that? page protectors by the looks of it. And that is all of my random paper that I don't have well, I don't have enough of to put in a collection bag. The majority of it is old stuff, a few years old from when I first started scrapbooking. And my white cardstock, my plastic, another Systema container, I think it's a 7-litre one. I heard about that from the girls on my Project Life, or in the Project Life New Zealand scrapbook group. When it is tidy and the photos are all standing up, it fits 6x4 photos perfectly. And hiding underneath is my close to my heart Project Life, I think it's a medium organizer with all my Project Life cards. And in the bottom, once again, bottom shelves for me tend to be a bit of a mess. Extra albums, baby kits and the like in my laminator. And lastly is the hooks and things above my desk. So on the end here, get to focus. Sorry, the video is probably going to be quite shaky as well. I'm trying to do everything one-handed with my big DSLR. I have label stickers and the like, and then alphabet stickers, and behind it all on a pin hook that was already there when we moved in is my masks. The other hooks are those 3M Command adhesive, I think they're called. Now all this stuff, these two that are attached, I have used, there we go. My mind's just gone blank. Cable tie. But instead of putting it the way where it locks when you put it through, I've put it through the opposite way, and that way I can open, there it is, it will move easily enough and I can open and close it to add and remove things. So I just flicked it pretty much inside out, I guess you'd say, and it goes like that. And then next one is enamel dots. These ones are on binder clips. There's a whole bunch there, and behind them is a truckload of pop dots. I use them a lot, as you've probably seen in the videos I've done so far, and they were on special at Spotlight. I don't get to Spotlight very often, so I brought all of the stock they had. On the next hook is my 2x2 and 4x4 Instagram We Are Memory Keepers pockets, and on the clip, this one on the end, is accessories for my Cameo, so sketch pens, a scraper, maybe an extra blade or two, that sort of thing. So I think, oh, and above me, if you'll excuse the mess that's up here, I have embossing folders and things, and this one, my heat gun, oh, focusing is usually a good idea. There we go. So embossing folders, heat gun. This one is like a mixed media basket. I'll just grab it down. There we go. Focus. There we go. So acrylic paints, gelatos, which have been used, by the way. I've just taped it closed again. Paints, mediums, embossing. Actually, while I'm here, I'll put my gold embossing powder back in there, and popsicle sticks for spreading things and mixing stuff. And just along there, this one here is my monopod, so that's where I hang my camera from when I'm filming. We've just got a weight on the back of it, so it, there we go, so it doesn't tip when the camera's attached. So that looks straight down there on where I scrapbook. So there you have it. That is my entire scrap space, if you don't count the extra stuff that's on the table behind me that still has to be sorted and found somewhere to put. Oh, and my slippers, sorry, forgot to move those. So that is everything. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I apologise for the blurriness possibly in parts of the video, and also if it's shaky. Like I said, I'm using my DSLR, which is quite heavy, well, heavier to hold than I expected, with just one hand, using the other one to open and move stuff and that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed watching the tour of my little scrap space. Thank you. Catch you again next time. Bye.